Hello everybody, my name is Nikki Small and hopefully most of you will have come across me by now. If not, I am the founder of Craftucation, and before that You Felty Thing. I wanted to come and talk to you about what it's going to be like being a tutor with Craftucation. So we have spent some time and typed up a booklet for you, which is all of 32 pages long, and it should hopefully take you all the way through being a tutor with Craftucation. We really do want to make sure that you feel supported and that you feel that this is something that you can do happily, and build into your lives and just enjoy doing. So hopefully the handbook will help. So I thought I would spend some time and just talk you through what's in it. So obviously there's a cover, and then you've got a bit of blurb from me on the front, just sort of saying a little bit about who I am and what my hope is for Craftucation. So let's start right at the beginning with what is Craftucation. So Craftucation is a brand new platform for creating and hosting your online art and craft courses. So we want to combine support, enthusiasm and a lot of fun, and make sure that we create a brand new creative community, collaborative creative community. Keep getting that as a tongue twister, where you feel welcome, where our students feel welcome, and where everybody just wants to come and hang out. It started back around the start of lockdown, maybe a month or so in. So I run the You Felty Thing shop, which is where I'm filming today, and in non-pandemic times we run a lot of courses and classes in the shop, and I realised pretty soon on that I wanted to be able to take that online, given that we weren't able to do that in the shop anymore. So I looked at doing Zoom, and we've been running some Zoom craft and chatter groups, but I didn't feel that it was the right way to teach classes. I didn't feel that you could see well enough what I was doing. It wasn't very easy for students who weren't sure about what they were doing to get the right help and things. So I started looking at what else was out there, and it turned out there isn't anything out there. There are sites like Udemy and Teachable and Skillshare where people can rock up and do any sort of online class, but art and crafts is sort of bundled down into the lifestyle side of things, and that means that you don't get the in-depth nature of them. You don't get the community, and those are really important things when you're learning a new craft or expanding your knowledge on one that you already know. So I started looking around, and I got Wendy, my business partner, to help me. We started wondering what sort of place we could create if we were to take this on and set up somewhere that we could rock up and upload online courses. How would it be? And the truth is that we decided that it needed to be collaborative. It needed to be as close as possible to what it's like when you come and take part in a class in a place like this. You want the tutor interaction, you want the peer interaction. Sorry, I've got a frog in my throat. You want the peer interaction, you want to be able to share what you're doing, have a giggle when it goes wrong. It's really important to be able to do all of that. So that's what we want to bring to Craftucation, not just somewhere that people can go and download videos, because there are an awful lot of places where you can just get a video. We want that whole community built in. We want everybody to feel good about being there and to interact with each other and bounce off each other and learn, come up with new ideas, and take their craft much further than they might do otherwise, and feel supported in doing that. So that's what we're trying to do, the basics of what Craftucation will be. So how will it work? So the basic premise is that you as the tutor will be able to register for an account, and then log on, and there will be a tutor portal in the back of the site where you can use pretty much a form to upload videos for your different sections, text to go with it, so we've got step-by-step instructions and things like that, and my lovely web design guys are basically creating magic as far as I can understand, and they will take all of that and turn it into a well-presented course. So that the idea that behind doing this is to make it more accessible, so that we can make sure that the videos are all in a good format, we can make sure that the fonts are all the same all the way through, can make sure that we've got all of the information the same for all of the different bits, for all the different courses and all the different sections of the courses, so that students, when they rock up to Craftucation, they know what they're getting. And it means that we can put in alternate text, it means that we can put in subtitles, it means that we can help with text to speech and all sorts of things that again might be a barrier to people joining in. So once you are happy with what you've submitted, you can press a button and it will go for moderation, and either myself, Wendy, or another member of the team will check it over, make sure there isn't anything glaringly obvious missing, that it hits our quality guidelines, and that it's not offensive in any way, because again we've got to make sure that we're ticking all the boxes, and basically just make sure that it is ready to be sold. And assuming it's all fine, we press go and it gets listed on the site, and students can buy it. When a student arrives on the site, they will, on the homepage, they will see a number of different sort of featured courses and highly rated courses and popular courses, that sort of thing, and they can search for courses on particular topics, or using beginner, intermediate, advanced as the difficulty ratings. Once they find the course they're interested in, click on it, it will have your details, it'll have all the details you've put on about the course, it will have a short sort of 1 minute introduction video from yourself about what it is that will be covered in this course, potentially showing off a finished object, things like that. They will of course love what they see and decide to purchase your course, at which point it goes straight into their video library, and they are able to message you directly through the platform, and they also get added into a course specific forum where they can interact with other people that have also purchased your course. We will also be setting up tutor specific forums, so that for, if you've got, I don't know, 5 different courses, all of your students will be added into, for example, the Nikki Small forum, and they'll be able to get to know each other and get ideas from each other and recommend courses and things like that. There will also be subject forums such as ceramics or watercolour painting or spinning, and we'll have plenty of off-topic forums as well. If there is a particular forum that you would be interested in us making sure that we've got, just send us a message and we'll see what we can to set it up. Checking the notes. So when the student completes your course, so they've gone through all of the videos, They will be able to rate you. They'll be able to rate the course, marks out of 5, and once you have several of those ratings, the rating will appear on your course and on your tutor profile. If you have more than one course, your tutor profile rating will be averaged across all of the courses that you have with us. Pricing, right? So it's really, really important that you price your course sensibly. Think about all the years that you have spent learning what you do, all of the time that you have spent preparing this course, all of the interaction that you're going to do when they message you, on the forums, all of that sort of thing. Try and think about all of those things when you're putting in your course price. We will not be allowing prices under £20. We don't think that that's we don't think, given that we want in-depth courses of a minimum of an hour's worth of video from you, we don't feel that it is a fair price if you charge that at under £20. We expect the average price to be around 40 to 60, and overall most of them to be between 20 and 80. However, we fully expect that there will be some priced over £100. We did plenty of research into this before we launched, and everybody that we spoke, or pretty much everybody that we spoke to, were expecting courses to be priced around that mark, around the £40 mark. And for all the interactions and everything, they were more than happy that it could well be priced over £100. So please don't underestimate your worth. We will help you if you really don't know how to price it. We will help you do so. But yeah, we expect that most of you will be able to use your common sense and try and lead by example. If you underprice yourself, all of your students will underprice themselves as well as they progress in their crafts. So let's work through this together, and let's try and claw back from the "but it's just a hobby" mentality. You are skilled in what you do, and you deserve to be paid accordingly. And that brings us neatly on to payments. So quite simply, you need to be paid for what you do. For the moment, we are only really offering the model that we've explained to you, which is where you create the course and upload it onto our site for us to sell for you. In the future, we will look to do a sort of a mid-level and a high-level interaction as well, where we will help you to varying degrees to create your course. At the moment, because we're in the middle of launch, we don't have the man hours to be able to do that with you at the moment. So I'm only going to concentrate on on how it's going to work with this model at the moment. As a standard, you will get 50% of the net takings from the course. Now, what I mean by the net takings is that there will be processing fees from the card payments or the PayPal payments, depending on how they pay. There will be a processing fee which will need to be deducted before we split, and there will also be taxes, potentially taxes, sales tax, VAT, things like that due by us for selling the course or the kit or both to the student. So what I mean by net is that those costs will be taken off first. After that, it will be split 50-50 between yourselves and Craftucation, because to put it bluntly, we need to be able to pay for the website, we need to be able to pay wages, we need to be able to market it and advertise it and all of that sort of thing. So we feel that if we are doing the advertising and things, then a 50-50 split is a fair way to do this, and it also gives you a good amount of money for the work that you're putting in. If you advertise the course yourself, we will be giving everybody a link to use to your course, and the website is quite clever in that it will note that when the customer comes in from your link and purchases your course, that it has come from your advertising. When that happens, you will get paid 85% of the net takings rather than 50%. So there is a large markup in there for you to do your own advertising and to get a higher percentage there. So we feel that that is the best way of doing things for the moment. As far as how we will actually be paying you, we are still working with our accountants to make sure that we have the best way to do that. It will either be paid straight directly into your bank account, or it will be paid through a PayPal address. It will also be paid around 6 weeks in arrears. The reason for this is that we want to pay monthly, and also that we need to allow a 2-week cooling off period for the students. We don't expect it to happen very often, but there will be occasions when a student will purchase a course and decide that they don't want it after all. When that happens, we will simply refund it to them. However, we need to make sure that we haven't paid you that money. Otherwise, we end up losing the money twice. So we have to allow that 2-week cooling off period and then pay monthly. So your first payment will be 6 weeks after we start trading in January, and then your payments will be paid monthly after that. You will be able to track everything that you're owed in the tutor portal in the back of the site. So you'll be able to see what's sold, you'll be able to see where the payments are, where the sales are coming from, whether it's your advertising or ours, and you'll be able to see what's due to you, and how many of which courses sold. If you've got kits, then they will be tracked on there as well. So yeah, pre-launch. So at the moment we are in a pre-launch period. We are launching properly in January. We are still confirming the date on that, but we expect it to be within the first week or so in January. We will need to be going through a couple of rounds of testing before we launch. So you are going to be able to start uploading your courses in October. We will have a round of alpha testing, so that's the first initial testers, just literally making sure that the site functionality is there in its basic form. And then in December we will be having beta testing, which is where we'll get more people in. They will play with the site even more, make sure that everything's smooth, and we can also use beta testing for advertising purposes as well. The reason I'm talking to you about this is because those testers will need to be able to test out your courses. We will not be asking them to pay for that. They will be running this as a service to us. They will be giving us lots of feedback on how the site works, anything that needs tweaking, anything that's broken, all sorts of things. It's really, really important that they come and do all of this. And the plan is that with the beta testers, we will be able to get some podcasters or influencers in to come and do some reviews during that process as well, which again will boost your sales enormously. If for any reason you are not happy with your course being handed out for free just in this pre-launch period to the testers only, then please get in contact with us and let us know so that we can block off your course for them. We won't be selling your course until the site launches in January. Testing will all finish by the end of December. Also in December we will be we are hoping to sell gift vouchers. We will offer these at a 10% discount. Ordinarily, we will not be doing sales, we will not be doing discounts, because as I've said previously, I really feel that your work needs to be valued properly. And if we routinely do sales and discounts and things, then it undermines that, and it means that people will get into a mentality of, oh, I won't buy that, I'll wait till the sale, and it lowers your value, and we don't want to do that. The reason that we are going to offer a 10% discount in January is not in January, in December, is simply so that we can get customers to give us a go, because they won't have been able to see any of the site or the courses whilst they're buying those gift vouchers. They will be buying on good faith. That 10% will be absorbed by Craftucation and will not be passed on to yourself. So you don't need to worry about losing 10% of your sales. If somebody who buys a gift voucher purchases your course, that will not affect you. It will come out of our takings. Out of our 50%, we will get 40% instead. Other than that, it should all work fine. And as I say, from the 1st of January, gift vouchers will, those discounts on gift vouchers will stop, testing will stop, and as soon as we are ready to launch in January, all payments and things will work as they are meant to.